set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Murray now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He'll run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his running back, Mixon. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Jackson down on third down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And taken right at the 35. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over first and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerry Jeudy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Seahawks 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 14.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Colts.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
The ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
First down, Indianapolis.
On play action, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. Looking for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14, Seahawks 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerry Jeudy. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, middle.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
First and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
Tackle made.
A gain of 4 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jerry Jeudy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mixon with a first down carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mike 14. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
10 at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike 14. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike 14. Ozzy. Shut up. All day. Defense all day. All day. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. They're going to need some therapy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The 29-yard line.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
By the Colts.
First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
When you think about
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that will be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Completes it to Hardman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman. His 19th touchdown now of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Jackson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They go play action now. Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Now a handoff looking right. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Seahawks 3.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
That's good for another Seahawks.
Again, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Murray off play action.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
49.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.